Welcome to the Wedding Songs Podcast, featuring newly released songs you need to know and the tried and true classics. Get song ideas from the time guests arrive until the last dance of the reception. And now your host, Matt Campbell, founder of MyWeddingSongs.com.
Hi everybody, I'm Matt Campbell and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be talking about 100 of my favorite anniversary songs of all time. Now you may be thinking, why anniversary songs when we're a wedding songs podcast? Well, the answer is many MCs and DJs and bands will have what's called an anniversary dance at weddings. And what that is the MC calls up all of the married couples onto the dance floor, and then year by year will reduce the number of couples that are on the dance floor by the number of years that they're married. So they'll call out, hey, anybody that's been married 5 years or less, please go sit down. 10 years or less, please go sit down. And then eventually you'll have the longest married couple on the dance floor. Then the wedding couple will bring a special corsage or flowers to the longest married bride that's still left on the dance floor, which is typically grandma and grandpa. Then they'll also play a special dance with everybody on the dance floor as well, celebrating the longest married couple. So let's go ahead and get started. As usual, I've alphabetized my list by artist and then by song title. And let's go ahead and get started with the first five. At number 1 is Al Green, Let's Stay Together in 1972. Alan Jackson, I'd Love You All Over Again in 1991. Alan Jackson again with Remember When in 2003. Ambrosia, Biggest Part of Me in 1980. And America, All My Life in 1979. You know, I'm very happy that Al Green is starting off our list with Let's Stay Together. That's really the meaning of staying together and having many anniversaries together with this very soulful song. And Alan Jackson's on our list twice with his original song, I'd Love You All Over Again. That's definitely a special meaning for an anniversary. Now, Remember When, I know that was focused on 9/11, but it also focuses on your family and your friends throughout your life. Ambrosia is a classic rock song, Biggest Part of Me. Love this song for celebrating anniversaries. And then the same goes for America's All My Life. Next is Anne Murray's Could I Have This Dance in 1980. Avant featuring Kiki Wyatt, You and I in 2013. Avett Brothers, Swept Away in 2004. Backstreet Boys, As Long As You Love Me in 1997. And Barry White, You're the First, the Last, My Everything in 1974. Anne Murray's Could I Have This Dance is an all-time classic country song that is primarily used for first dances and could still be used as a first dance today. Classic love song. You and I is a great R&B song released in 2013 and really celebrates love today and forever. Swept Away is a folk song by the Avett Brothers. Great song. And As Long As You Love Me is a great sing-along song, not only for the anniversary dance, if it's a recent anniversary like 10 or 20. And finally, the R&B song You're the First, the Last, My Everything by Barry White is a classic R&B song that could hit the mark for any R&B fan for their anniversary dance. The next three songs are by the Beatles: Here, There, and Everywhere in 1966, In My Life in 1965, and When I'm 64 in 1967. The Bee Gees, How Deep Is Your Love in 1977, and Ben E. King with Stand By Me in 1961. Now the Beatles with the British invasion has definitely hit their mark in the USA, and these three songs I think are pinnacle for any anniversary dance. The Beatles can be played for any anniversary because of their mass appeal. The Bee Gees are thought of disco, but this song has transcended all generations and is still played today as a great love song. And Benny King's Stand By Me is a soulful song that you could play for not only the anniversary but a first dance during your ceremony. Just a classic great song. Next up is Bill Medley and Jennifer Warren's I've Had the Time of My Life in 1987. Billy Joel, Just the Way You Are in 1977. Bobby Vinton, Please Love Me Forever in 1967. Bon Jovi, Always in 1997. And Brad Paisley, Two People Fell in Love in 2001. I've Had the Time of My Life was first released in 1987 with the movie Dirty Dancing and is a great way to celebrate your anniversary at weddings. Just the Way You Are is a great way to tell somebody that you love them just the way way that they are. Bobby Vinton takes you back to the 1960s with Please Love Me Forever, a great anniversary song for the couple that's been married from the 1960s. Always is a great pop rock song by Bon Jovi for wedding couples married in the 90s. Two People Fell in Love is a great country song released recently that could be perfect for country fans. The next five starts with number 21, Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are in 2010. Callum Scott, You Are the Reason in 2017. Captain and Tennille, Love Will Keep Us Together in 1975. The Carpenters, We've Only Just Begun in 1970. And Celine Dion, Because You Loved Me in 1996. Now, Just the Way You Are is a little bit more upbeat, but I really like the message in this song. Callum Scott has a very recent song, but has a great message for any wedding anniversary with You Are the Reason. Love Will Keep Us Together is another upbeat song, but could be fun as an anniversary dance for couples that were married in the 70s. Also released in the 70s, We've Only Just Begun. The Carpenters is a classic love song that, hey, we've just begun, but you know what? We're going to keep it going. Because You Love Me is from the 90s for Celine Dion fans because she has a massive following. At 26 is Climax Blues Band, I Love You in 1980. Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black with When I Said I Do in 1999. Coldplay Yellow in 2000. Cowboy Junkies Anniversary Song in 1993. And Dan and Shay From the Ground Up in 2016. So the Climax Blues Band is a classic rock song from the 80s with I Love You that could be played for couples that were married in the 80s. When I Said I Do is typically a love song for weddings, but for country music fans of the late 90s could be played as an anniversary song. Current pop rock band Coldplay has a great wedding song for anniversaries called Yellow. Cowboy Junkies and their anniversary song is a country rock song from the mid 1990s. And Dan and Shay's From the Ground Up is still a popular wedding song today because it was only released in 2016, but it's a pop country song that could be celebrating anniversaries of yesterday and today. David Pomeranz with On This Day in 2001. Dean Martin is on the list twice with Memories Are Made of This in 1956 and 1953's That's Amore. Ed Sheeran with Thinking Out Loud in 2014. In 2017 with Beyonce, a duet called Perfect. David Pomeranz On This Day is a pop song released in 2001 for newly married couples. Dean Martin's 1950s hits Memories Are Made of This and That's Amore are still relevant today for couples that were married in the 1950s. And for those couples that want a new vibe, Ed Sheeran definitely hits the mark with Thinking Out Loud and Perfect. But what I like about Perfect is that it is a duet between Ed Sheeran and Beyonce. At number 36 is Eddie Rabbitt and Crystal Gayle, You and I in 1982. Eddie Howard, Anniversary Waltz in 1955. Edwin McCain, I Could Not Ask for More in 1999. Elton John, Your Song in 1970. And Eric Clapton with Wonderful Tonight in 1977. For classic country fans of the 1980s, You and I was a huge love song with Eddie Rabbitt and Crystal Gayle that would fit right in as an anniversary dance song. Eddie Howard's Anniversary Waltz song was a huge hit in 1955 and could be played as an anniversary song for couples married in the 1950s. A current pop rock song, Edwin McCain's I Could Not Ask for More, really celebrates the love in a marriage and could be a perfect anniversary song. Elton John's Your Song in 1970 was actually played as a first dance song for friends of mine that were married in the 1990s, and I think it's still relevant today. It was really brought to light with the new Elton John movie as well, released in 2019. Eric Clapton's Wonderful Tonight is not only a great anniversary song, but I like it as a last dance slow song too. With the room cleared and the only people dancing is the wedding couple, so that way you have a special moment just with the photographer and the wedding couple getting a great picture. The next five starts with Eva Cassidy, Anniversary Song in 2000. Extreme, More Than Words, 1991. Five for Fighting, 100 Years, 2003. Flamingos, I Only Have Eyes for You in 1959. And Fleetwood Mac, You Make Loving Fun in 1977. Eva Cassidy has her song released in 2000 that is an anniversary song and fits perfect with weddings. Extreme's More Than Words is on the list for those hair band fans, and this song was released in 1991. Five for Fighting's 100 Years is a great song to celebrate anniversaries. The Flamingos are a doo-wop song that really hit the mark with I Only Have Eyes for You for those couples that were married in the 1950s. And Fleetwood Mac's You Make Loving Fun is a fun song that could celebrate the couples that were married in the 1970s. Starting with number 46, we have 3 songs by Frank Sinatra. My Way in 1969, The Best Is Yet to Come in 1964, and The Way You Look Tonight, 1961. Grover Washington Jr. and Bill Withers, Just the Two of Us in 1981. Harry Connick Jr., It Had to Be You in 1991. So Frank Sinatra is still relevant today with 3 songs on the list, and My Way is probably my favorite song on this whole list to play for those couples that were married in the 1960s. And The Best Is Yet to Come is a great way to signify that, you know what, our love will continue until the end. And The Way You Look Tonight is a dedication from a groom to his bride that she's beautiful, and a great song to play as an anniversary song. Just the Two of Us is a classic R&B song that could be played as a more upbeat song for an anniversary dance. It Had to Be You is a great song that was first released on the soundtrack When Harry Met Sally, but still is relevant today for Harry Connick Jr. fans, especially because he's a judge on American Idol. The Honey Drippers, Sea of Love in 1985. Ian James, Can't Remember Never Loving You, 2018. Jason Mraz, I'm Yours in 2008. Jimmy Durante, As Time Goes By in 1965. And Jodeci, Forever My Lady in 1991. So the Honey Drippers, The Sea of Love, is a classic pop rock song released in the 80s. So if you have couples that were married in the 80s, this song is a perfect song to play. Ian James is a current country song, but I have to say it really hits the mark as an anniversary song with Can't Remember Never Loving You. Jason Mraz, I'm Yours is a popular first dance song, but also could be a great anniversary song for couples that were married in the 2000s. Jimmy Durante for those couples married in the 60s that love big band and jazz. As Time Goes By is a great song. Forever My Lady by Jodeci is a classic R&B song for those couples married in the 90s and makes for a great anniversary song. Next up at number 56 is John Legend, Stay With You in 2004. Johnny Cash, A Thing Called Love in 1972. Josh Groban, You Raised Me Up in 2001. And Josh Groban with Jennifer Nettles, 99 Years in 2018. And Journey, After All These Years in 2008. So this group of 5 starts off with John Legend, Stay With You in 2004. A great current R&B song that you could play. Johnny Cash, The Man in Black, with a classic country song, A Thing Called Love, for those country fans. Josh Groban, You Raise Me Up, is played a lot at weddings and is an inspirational song for those couples that like this type of music. Josh Groban sings with Jennifer Nettles, who's a member of Sugarland. Really hits the mark with 99 Years as a current pop song that could be played as an anniversary song. One of the greatest rock bands of the 80s, Journey, has their song After All These Years that was released in 2008. At number 61 is Kelly Clarkson, A Moment Like This in 2002. Kelly Morrison, Happy Anniversary in 2009. Kenny Rogers, You Decorated My Life in 1979. King Calloway, You're Still the One, 2019. And Kool and the Gang, Celebration in 1980. Kelly Clarkson has her own talk show today, but A Moment Like This really hits the mark for anniversary songs released in early 2000 for couples that were married then. My favorite anniversary song with anniversary in the title is Kelly Morrison's Happy Anniversary, released in 2009 for couples that like rock pop. Kenny Rogers' You Decorated My Life is a classic country song released in late 1970s that you could play as a anniversary song or as a dedicated love song. King Calloway covers Shania Twain's You're Still the One in 2019 and makes for a great anniversary dance song. If you want to make your anniversary song an upbeat party song, then check out Kool and the Gang's Celebration. Lady Gaga's Always Remember Us This Way in 2018. Lionel Richie and Diana Ross, Endless Love, 1981. Little River Band's Happy Anniversary in 1977. Mary Chapin Carpenter with Grow Old With Me in 1995. And Michael Bublé's The Best Is Yet to Come in 2007. Always Remember Us This Way was released from the soundtrack Shallow in 2018 and makes for a great memory for an anniversary dance song. For R&B wedding couples of the 1980s, Lionel Richie and Diana Ross is a must play Buble with Endless Love. Classic rock band Little River Band had their hit Happy Anniversary, makes for a great anniversary dance song. And Mary Chapin Carpenter, for country fans of the 1990s, Grow Old With Me is perfect. And those that like pop jazz, Michael Bublé is a current crooner versus Frank Sinatra with The Best Is Yet to Come. Michael Franti and Spearhead, Just to Say I Love You in 2018. Nat King Cole, Love in 1965. Natalie Cole, This Will Be an Everlasting Love in 1975. Old School Gang, Beautiful, You Are So Beautiful to Me in 2018. And Orleans, Still the One in 1976. So if you're looking for an upbeat folk song that's current, Michael Franti really hits the mark with Just to Say I Love You. The classic R&B singer and jazz singer Nat King Cole with Love, Love, is perfect for couples that were married in 1960s. Natalie Cole is an R&B classic from the 1970s. This Will Be an Everlasting Love, that is perfect for an anniversary dance. A classic rock song by Joe Cocker was made current in this R&B cover by Old School Gang, Beautiful, You Are So Beautiful to Me. If you're looking for a classic rock song of the 1970s, be sure to check out Orleans' Still the One, makes for a great anniversary dance song. Next up at number 76 is Patty Loveless and Vince Gill, My Kind of Woman, My Kind of Man in 1999. Paul Anka, Times of Your Life in 1975. Peabo Bryson and Roberta Flack, Tonight I Celebrate My Love in 1983. Queen with You're My Best Friend in 1976. And Randy Travis, Forever and Ever, Amen, 1987. So those country fans that are looking for a duet, I really like the 1990s song My Kind of Woman, My Kind of Man by Patty Loveless and Vince Gill. Two superstars in country coming together. Paul Anka's Times of Your Life, for those couples that were married in the 1970s, is a perfect anniversary dance song. Tonight I Celebrate My Love is a 1980s super hit, an R&B song by Peabo Bryson and Roberta Flack that would fit perfect in any wedding theme. You're My Best Friend celebrates love in a marriage and friendship in a marriage by Queen, released in the 1970s. And Forever and Ever, Amen is a great classic country song from the 1980s. For couples that were married in the 80s will remember this great song by Randy Travis. At number 81 is Ray Goodman and Brown, Happy Anniversary in 1980. Rex Smith, You Take My Breath Away in 1979. The Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody in 1965. Two songs by Rod Stewart, Forever Young in 1988 and Have I Told You Lately in 1993. Ray Goodman and Brown released Happy Anniversary, which is a great R&B anniversary song released early 1980. Rex Smith, You Take My Breath Away is a great classic rock song from the late 1970s. The Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody, even though it was released in the 1960s, it was brought back to life in the movie Ghost that was released in 1990, so this song could be relevant for couples married in the 60s and the 90s. Rod Stewart has two songs on the list, the first one being Forever Young. If your couple wants to be remembered as Forever Young, or they want to have this song that is a little bit more upbeat be their song, then this 1980s hit fits. Have I Told You Lately That I Love You is a great wedding song, and this song from the 1980s really would be great as an anniversary song. At number 86 is Roy Clark with Honeymoon Feelin' in 1974. Sam Cooke, You Send Me in 1957. Savage Garden, Truly Madly Deeply in 1997. Shania Twain is on the list twice with Forever and For Always in 2003 and You're Still the One in 1998. Now Roy Clark, you may remember him from Hee Haw, but he had this great country hit, Honeymoon Feelin', that would be great for couples that were married in the 1970s that love country. Sam Cooke is one of my all-time favorite R&B artists with You Send Me for couples that were married in the 1950s. And for those couples that were married in the 1990s, who could ever forget the mega hit by Savage Garden, Truly Madly Deeply? It really fits as a love song throughout any wedding. Shania Twain's Forever and For Always is a little bit more up-tempo for country fans that want to dance a little bit faster as their anniversary dance. And You're Still the One fits the perfect storyline and message for any anniversary dance from this 1990s hit. Shanice, Saving Forever for You in 1992. Sonny and Cher, I've Got You Babe in 1965. Stevie Wonder, You Are the Sunshine of My Life in 1973. Tank, Our Song in 2019. 2014, and Thomas Rhett, Die a Happy Man in 2015. So for those R&B fans of the 1990s, Saving Forever for You by Shanice is a great song to play for couples that love R&B music. I think Sonny and Cher is still relevant today, but I've Got You Babe is a song that everybody knows, even though that it was released in the 1960s. You could play it for any couple throughout the years. Stevie Wonder, You Are the Sunshine of My Life was released in the 70s, but still is a great soulful song that could be relevant today. Tank just recently released an R&B hit, Our Song, that was produced with his wife and makes for a great anniversary song celebrating their love together throughout the years. Thomas Rhett's Die a Happy Man was released in 2015, but is a great country song that everybody will know and sing along to. The last 5 songs on the list start with Tim McGraw, You Just Get Better All the Time in 1997. Tim McGraw with his wife Faith Hill, The Rest of Our Life in 2017. Tony Bennett, Because of You in 1951. Tony, Anniversary in 1993. Tori Kelly featuring Ed Sheeran, I Was Made for Loving You in 2015. And Van Morrison, Have I Told You Lately in 1989. So Tim McGraw's You Just Get Better All the Time was released in the 1990s for those 90s couples that love country. For any couple, everybody knows who Tim McGraw and Faith Hill is. You don't have to love country. And The Rest of Our Life really signifies anniversary and loving somebody forever. So this song is really perfect for an anniversary dance. Tony Bennett's song Because of You hits the mark for those couples married in the 1950s. And R&B fans of the 90s definitely remember Anniversary by Tony, and makes for a great anniversary dance song. Tori Kelly and Ed Sheeran come together as a duet with I Was Made for Loving You by this 2015 pop song that could be a great song as an anniversary dance. Van Morrison really hit the mark with Have I Told You Lately that was released in 89. I know it's already on the list by Rod Stewart, but I actually prefer this version for those fans that love the pop rock genre and Van Morrison's unique sound. So there you have it, my list of 100 anniversary songs to play as an anniversary dance at your wedding. If you have a song that you think that should be on the list, be sure to reach out to us through the comments or on our Facebook page. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Wedding Songs Podcast. Never miss a future episode. Subscribe today to our podcast. Follow us on Facebook at My Wedding Songs and send us a message about playlists you would like covered.